Well, a battle's been going on over whether to make Bibb County elections nonpartisan, and today the U.S. Department of Justice announced they want more information before they okay that decision, which essentially puts Bibb elections on hold for the time being. Here's what the Department of Justice wants to know. They want to know why the local government wants to change elections from November to July, the effects that change would have on voter participation, and if it would impact minority turnout. Also, they want to know why the government wants to drop political parties from local elections and a chronology of how local leaders came to the decision to move forward with these changes. They also want to know all about any concerns raised. They want to see documents, notes, and transcripts of all meetings on the subject. The Attorney General will look over the information that local leaders provide to him. He will have 60 days to decide whether the elections will be nonpartisan and if they'll be held in July or November. And Republican Representative Alan Peake says he fully expected this to happen. Peake has been one of the leaders in the movement to make elections nonpartisan in Bibb County. I spoke with him today and he brought up the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Now, part of that law requires that states like Georgia and others with a history of racial discrimination that they check with the federal government before changing any of their voting laws. The Supreme Court is currently weighing whether that law is even relevant now, and they should rule on that sometime this summer. Peake says he thinks the Voting Rights Act, Section 5 of it, will be abolished and that nonpartisan elections will go forward.
Moving to nonpartisan elections only makes us consistent with every other consolidated government our size in the state. It only makes us consistent with every other city in the entire state. It clearly has not been disenfranchising voters because it's been a practice that's already been in place that's worked.
Now, Peake claims today's stumbling block is actually a blessing in disguise because he believes it will buy proponents of nonpartisan elections some time while they wait for the Supreme Court to rule on Section 5 of the Voting Rights Act.